Hello, parents, and welcome back to ParentShift, a place where we speak about conscious parenting. Now, a child was synonymous and possibly is synonymous to innocence. And what really stood for that innocence was really the playfulness, the smiling, joyous face of a child. But that smile is disappearing, the natural, innocent smile. Many children today look far more tired for the amount of life that they lived. They look far more bored before they have even explored. They look far more irritated before they have really even struggled at all. Many of them are far more mechanical before they have even matured to a certain degree. And you look at today's children, they have a lot of devices, but very less delight. They have a lot of entertainment, but very little joy. They have a lot of options, even opinions, but very little wonder. They have a lot of comfort, but very less cheerfulness. And this must worry us. Is it really worrying us? I don't think so. I don't think a lot of parents or people are asking that question, that where has the child's natural smile gone, and why is there so much seriousness on the face of a child? And we must understand this very deeply. A smile is not a cosmetic expression. A genuine smile is a sign that a child is feeling safe, it's feeling playful, it's being feeling light. Its system is working nicely. It's connected, it's alive in this world and participating in this world. A smiling child is not a silly child. A smiling child is a reachable child. A smiling child is an open child. Yeah, yes, all children are vulnerable because of the way they are, but that smile is the jewel of the child. So, why is this really happening? There could be several reasons for a particular child, but what I have seen happening with a lot of children is, number one, they are overstimulated. They have too many devices, too much of content floating around them, too many activities, etc. And as a result of especially the digital world, the screens, which possibly were not there about 20, 30 years back, what has happened to a lot of children today is that they have lost their sensitivity to ordinary joys. A flower is too slow, a bird is too ordinary, a family conversation is too boring, a book is too demanding to stick to and finish, a meal without a screen is way too uncanny and too silent, a walk with parents is too dull. And what do they have to gain out of that? That's what happens. The brain of our children has got wired to so much of high speed stimulation that simple joy, simple happiness is not there anymore. In fact, what a lot of our children have is not joy, it's just stimulation. And there is a huge difference between being entertained and being happy. A lot of our children may be entertained, they may be consuming things, but they're really not happy. And that's one of the reasons why they don't smile enough. The second big reason is pressure. Genuinely, today, a lot of children have immense pressure: school, tuitions, tests, competition, performance, comparisons, skills, future, career, personality, success, this, that, and the other. Somebody wants to become an influencer, somebody wants to open a startup, and all sorts of things. The families which have, they have their pressures. The families which are have nots, they have their pressures. And all of those pressures are telling on the children. And look at most children today, even play is now organized for most. And especially in so called civilized societies and the communities that we live in, all play is organized, hobbies are measured, art or craft or sports becomes a matter of portfolio building to apply to schools. Sports is tracked with tremendous amount of performance matrices as compared to letting just the child enjoy that play. Where is that useless laughter? Where is the mud? Where is the running around? Where is the climbing trees? Where is the chasing the butterflies? Where is all the storytelling that we used to do? Where is the badly sung song that we used to play, the dumb charades and all those games? Much of that childhood fun has become very polished in the cages that our children live in today. We may call it we may call it necessary because of the way we are trying to bring up our children. but some of it is truly actually unnecessary when it really comes to making our children joyous. The third reason, and this is something which should worry us, is because our homes have become significantly emotionally heavy. Either one or often both the parents are working, they have their demands, their careers, and the child is absorbing that stimuli. If the parent is always tense, the child will learn tension. If the parent is always angry, the child will only learn to be alert and defensive. If the parent is always complaining, the child is going to pick up that negativity. If the parent is always on the phone, the child is going to learn to deal with this absence, doing whatever it is, and hence it's going to be distracted, trying to look for a getaway. If the parent never smiles, the child is slowly going to learn that grumpiness. Children don't just inherit our genetics, they inherit our social, emotional, and spiritual being and existence, and they mimic that. Some children may rebel and they may not want to become like us, but invariably they do pick up those qualities and become like us. That's the truth of bad parenting or good parenting. The fourth reason is that children are not taught the discipline of choosing brightness. Where is that lesson in gratitude? Where is that lesson in genuinely serving others? Much of our time today in parenting is not going in teaching those samskaras to our child. A child must learn that I can be disappointed, but I can still learn, speak gently. A child must genuinely understand that I can be tired, but I can still greet somebody warmly. I can lose a game, but I can still smile. I can be corrected, but still remain respectful. I may having a bad day, but necessarily it's not a bad day. It's just that certain things did not happen according to my expectation, that I need to go back to tomorrow and work. That is emotional strength. And that emotional strength comes from making the child understand that there is a lot of brightness in life. And that really needs to be taught. When a child is constantly fed all the negativity of this world, it is not going to pick up on joy and happiness and smile. These are several reasons that we need to be very, very wary of, because slowly we are reducing the child to just being someone that is struggling with the expectations of the world and hence becoming unapproachable, many times so unapproachable that it becomes difficult for even us to get across to that child. That cynicism, that bitterness, the criticism, the anger, the constant negativity that we experience from some children is something we manufactured into them. We taught them that as the defense to life because we did not teach them the right tools of life. We disarmed them with the positivity and we armed them with negativity. That's what we need to understand. So how do children learn, or how do parents teach children to be genuinely happy, genuinely smile? First and foremost, let's stop confusing happiness with consumption. We are feeding our children too much. We are feeding them gifts. We are feeding them this, that, and the other. Often the way that we are parenting our children is, what do you want to buy? What do you want to eat? What do you want to watch? What do you want to get? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? The questions that we ask our children are not, what did you enjoy today? What made you laugh today? Whom did you help today? How did you help? Did someone help you? Are you grateful for what happened today? You're not doing that. If we change our questions to these questions and similar questions, the child will slowly want to notice more. It will be mindful and it will count its blessings a lot more. Naturally being joyous, naturally going to smile. Second, we must create a lot of the screen-free rituals at home. The family meal without the device, the evening walk, a little silly game. Board games have to be brought back, music at home, story time, cooking together, watering plants, taking care of pets, taking care of grandparents or calling the grandparents, sitting in the balcony, just chit-chatting, running around in the rain, much of that. If we do this, the child's nervous system is going to slowly learn to relax and learn the joy. Real happiness will return to our children, genuinely getting them to smile. Third thing we must do as parents is teach them good samskaras like greeting, and make greeting a practice. No matter how the child is, or where the child is, whether the child is well or unwell or tired, or the beginning of the day or the end of the day, greeting parents, elders, teachers, guests, people who are house helps for us, guards, drivers, anybody that you make eye contact with, teaching them to smile and be warm. This is where the child will learn respect, and smiling and being joyous out of respect, social confidence, humility, and connection. The child learns to greet warmly rather than just living as if it were on an isolated island. Right? The fourth thing is, we must teach the child to model or choose smiling even under difficult conditions. If the traffic is slow, teach them not to curse but to smile. If the food is delayed, teach them not to get into drama, just to smile and relax. If the plans changed, don't entertain their drama, or don't act as if everything's collapsed. Smile, be joyous, make another plan. When the child makes a mistake, you smile and say, okay, this too has happened. Let's look at how we can get better at this. When you do this, when you teach smile as a response to all the things that happen or don't happen in life, the child learns that problems don't have the power to destroy our pleasantness. In fact, negative emotions just come for 90 seconds, and scientists have now proved it. The physiology of and the chemical reaction of the negative emotions, they are only lasting 90 seconds. It's our thoughts which are continuing that negative emotion and the negative experience. So if we choose positive response, obviously we'll be more positive. Fifth, and this is very important for children to really be joyous, bring back their physical play, an unstructured physical play. Let them run, let them jump, let them scream, let them wrestle, obviously as safely, and let them cycle and swim and dance and play sports without any expectation. They need to sweat out a lot of their anxiety and what's happening in their little bodies and mind as they grow up. Remember, they are in the world of these giants around them and with giant expectations. Some of that anxiety needs to go out of their body through all of this play and the sweating and getting tired. If you do allow the child to do this, it will impact your child's body by making it lighter, child's mind by making it lighter. And it's easier for the child whose body sweats and is joyous and becomes tired to be relaxed and silent and to do a lot more of positive things. Otherwise, the stuck energy that they have in their body, the stuck emotions that they have in their body will make them dull, will make their energy dull, and will steal their happiness. That physical outlet is very important for children. Sixth, stop making your home a complaint center. Many homes constantly discuss what is wrong: politics, relatives, schools, money, traffic, society, marks, behavior, future. Some of this correction is necessary, but you must focus the child on the positives and not make the child to be very, very defensive. If you do this, a home that notices good things is going to train the child to look at good things of life and be better. Seventh, you must teach children what are Vedic samskaras called seva, genuinely learning to help others. If the child has a younger sibling, or if the younger sibling can help the elder sibling, teach them to help each other. Teach them to, participate in things for the family, with their cousins, with grandparents. Teach them to assist grandparents. Teach them to, feed the animal at home, the pet at home. Take care of their toys, donate those toys, teach somebody if they are old enough, maybe help in some household chores, maybe help you over the weekend in cleaning and structuring things. Children discover that happiness does not only come by receiving. Children will learn through seva that happiness often comes by giving. And if you can teach the habit of giving, a lot of their need to constantly keep receiving will vanish. The eighth thing you must remember is, and you must remember this as a parent, is to protect their childhood. Do not make every moment of their life count for something. Do not convert all of their talent into a showpiece for the world or for an achievement. Do not make every hobby competitive. Do not discuss the future so much that the child forgets to be in the today. A child who has the space to be a child will be emotionally alive, will be spiritually alive, will be socially alive. A child who doesn't have the space to be a child and is forced to grow up too early and be responsible is going to only create over scheduling of all the surprises that it throws at you. That's what it is. So remember that a child requires to be taught that samskara. A tired child needs to be bred in into that culture of positivity, and a smile is a great beginning to that. A child needs to learn warmth. A child needs to learn pleasant conduct. Only then it is going to let go of its unnecessary dramas. A child needs to know that the world is bright because before it goes out there and does something productive with this world. So, as a parent, do not raise your child only to perform. Raise a child who radiates and is joyous. Do not raise a child who can only achieve. Raise a child who can truly bring light. Teach a child to smile. Teach a child to be joyous. Teach a child to genuinely add value and contribute joy and happiness to this world. Hope you will make the good choices of doing this. I will see you very soon with another topic like this. Till then, make good choices, strengthen your parenting.